This program is designed to provide general information with regards to the subject matters covered. This information is given with the understanding that neither the hosts, guests, sponsors, or station are engaged in rendering any specific and personal, medical, financial, legal, counseling, professional service, or any advice. You should seek the services of competent professionals before applying or trying any suggested ideas.
Books, PD products, science, fashion, and glam talk. From Bollywood to Hollywood, it's Meet and Greet with Dr. Afshan Hashmi, right here on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV. And here's your host, international speaker, educator, award-winning entrepreneur, and best-selling author, Dr. Afshan Hashmi.
Hello everyone, this is your loving host Dr. Afshan Hashmi, live from her studio in Rockville, Maryland. And today folks, I will be talking about tribute to Donahue. He was one of my favorite talk show hosts. But before I start that, I have to remind you that these are my two books. The first one is The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. And the second one is The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. When this book came, there was a lot of research going on Jugaad, and that is a buzzword, and lot of research in Stanford and Harvard was going on, and I have conceptualized Jugaad as thinking outside the box. And the second one is The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection, and I want a movie to be made, and Tailflix gave a very good evaluation of that, and I already have the script of that. So anyone interested in that, please contact me at afshan@drafshanhashmi.com. The first book, The Modern Mughal Mentality, has lot of case studies, and I want a documentary to be made out of it. So all those documentary producers, please contact me at afshan@drafshanhashmi.com. Having said that, folks, I would like you to read this book, because lot of people are coming from outside and they are drugging American citizens. And this book is a very, very good example of that. Having said that, folks, now please, I want to go on a break, and Rebel, my sound engineer, will play an ad.
Hello viewers around the globe, this is
Would you love exposure for your business, product, or service to over 300 million potential listeners? Send an email to info@talk4media.com. And now let's hear from some of our sponsors.
Chapter 2, How Jugaad Leads to Multi-Sector Success Stories in India, including definitions of the Jugaad Management Principle business model, of the book The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. Inspiration. True Jugaad is an inspiration on how to create products using technology that meet the price-value equation. According to a Harvard Business Review article featuring expert Prahlad and Mashelkar, most innovation programs are built on the assumptions of affluence and abundance. We see the rich and the young in both the developed and the developing countries demanding environmental friendly products and services. They also believe that affordability and sustainability are crucial to driving successful business today. New technologies and radical business models are important not only to penetrate mass markets in India but in the entire world. By reconfiguring all areas of the business structure, they will pull.
A monstrous infection is spreading worldwide. OMG, is this a simple infection or a deliberate attempt to ruin the human population? Or maybe it's bioterrorism. What is this global infection and who is spreading it? Help us find out. Go to Amazon and search for The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. The human race needs your help to make this go viral. Go to Amazon.com and read The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection to find out what happens next. Go now! The world is depending on you.
And now, back to Dr. Afshan Hashmi's radio show.
Folks, before I dive into today's tribute to Donahue, I would actually want, to tell you something. Several months back, there was an outbreak of in Montgomery County, where I live, of monkey pox virus. And there was, I wrote to the CDC director. I actually went to my doctor, my primary physician, and I asked her about that. And she said, you cannot get it. We don't have any vaccines for that yet. So I came back and I wrote to the CDC director, and the CDC director did not return my email or anything. And today again, I read in the news that there is an outbreak in Montgomery County of monkeypox virus. So I went to my primary physician's office, and the nurse said that they don't have monkeypox. Go to the Gettysburg office of Kaiser. I went there, and they also did not have. So first, they gave me the wrong information. They wasted my time. They didn't say that when the vaccine will come. So I want to address President Biden, Madam Kamala Harris, and President Trump, because Madam Kamala Harris and President Trump are going to be, any one of them will going to be the president of the United States of America. So I want to know, where is the safety officer of Montgomery County? This is one of the richest county of after Hollywood, so after in Los Angeles. So where does where, and this is the capital metro area. So where is that vaccine? Do you want us to die? And then fortunately, I have seen several times that there is a lice drone which is put on your head, and I have been drawn by it many times, and that is the drone which causes monkeypox virus. So who is droning American citizens? I have written to Madam Kamala Harris. I have written to President Trump. I have written to President Biden. I have also written to Attorney General of United States of America, and nothing is coming out of it. So please, do you want all of us to die and bring the new population? What do you want me to, what do you want American citizens to do? I don't have a job. Look at this resume. Look at my qualification. And new people are coming from outside, and people like us who are so qualified don't have a job. I don't have a single contract. Today my book was selling at Amazon for $60. What is all this nonsense? Amazon, I know you are a very big company, but how come my book will be sold for $60? What is going on? And just see this. My qualification, my 2 books, both were Amazon bestseller. This was hot #1 new release on Amazon. And now they are spoiling my book because many people from Mafia have called me, and they have given me death threats. And to my husband also, they have given death threats, just because it's like India. I am originally from India, that anybody can come and Land Mafia will take your home away. So what kind of America is this? What is administration doing? Montgomery County has become a sanctuary city. Criminals are harbored here. What is the administration doing? Just for the vote bank, they are doing all this and hurting citizens like us. So even yesterday I was praying, so I was told that I cannot pray. Now I would like President to give a briefing on that Muslims cannot pray in America. What is going on? I just cannot understand. I am so confused. If President Biden or President Trump or Madam Kamala Harris can explain me those issues, I will be very, very happy. Having said that, folks, now I am going on a break and will be back soon. And I did not get the monkeypox vaccine, and I have seen many people with monkeypox here in this county with legion. So do they want us to die or what to do? My husband is not well. He is in a hospital right now. So I am going through a lot. In every family I am seeing someone is sick. There is a disease state. America has become a disease state. I don't know what to say, and it's very sad. Having said that, folks, now I will go on a break and will be back soon.
Hello viewers around the globe, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi, live for her radio show at K4HD and Talk 4 TV show, and I just wanted to request you that please give me sponsorship if you want this show to continue. Having said that, friends, I will see you in another episode of K4HD Radio plus Talk 4 TV show, and if you give me sponsorship, I will give you very reasonable price, and also you will get lot of promotion as this show is syndicated worldwide to more than 300 million listeners. Cheers and bye bye.
So now, folks, I will be talking about I just opened a study Quran. As you all know who follow my show, I just opened a study Quran, and the ayah which opened is Byzantines al-Rome, and here it is. I'll just read from here. So it says that the created order serves as a sign of God's omnipotence and oneness is a theme found throughout the Quran, though it is stated more explicitly in this pericope than in most others. The variation in the tongues and colors indicates the differences between languages and races. The difference in tongues can also be understood as a reference to different types of speech, as individuals reveal something of their true nature by the content of their speech. Colors can moreover be understood as a reference to different states or condition of human beings. Variation can also be seen as a reference to the different means by which people see and understand God's sign. As Ibn Arabi writes, the divine signs that have come in the wise reminder, that is the Quran, have come in great variation. Because of their variations, those addressed by them have variety of descriptions. Among them are signs for people who reflect, signs for a people who understand, signs for a people who hear, signs for a people who believe, and signs for those who know, signs for a people who are reverent, signs for those possessed intelligence, signs for the possessors of intellect, and signs for those who passes insight. Ibn Arabi then enjoys, so differentiate as he has differentiated, and do not step beyond to what has not been mentioned in the Quran. On the contrary, put every sign and everything else in its place. In this sense, those who discern signs are those who know which signs speaks to which human types and to which faculties, and are able to differentiate between them accordingly. This verse could be understood to mean your sleep by night and your seeking his bounty by day, in which case sleep by night refers to death, and day and your seeking his bounty refers to resurrection. It could also be understood to mean your sleep during both nights and day, and your seeking his bounty during both. A people who hear to listen is understood to mean those who reflect upon and understand what they hear. What is heard could be the Quran, the truth, God's exhortation, or all three. Having said that, folks, now I will go on a break and will be back soon.
Would you love exposure for your business, product, or service to over 300 million potential listeners? Send an email to info@talk4media.com. And now let's hear from some of our sponsors.
A monstrous infection is spreading worldwide. Oh my God, is this a simple infection or a deliberate attempt to ruin the human population? Or maybe it's bioterrorism. What is this global infection and who is spreading it? Help us find out. Go to Amazon and search for the outbreak of a monstrous infection. The human race needs your help to make this go viral. Go to Amazon.com and read The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection to find out what happens next. Go now. The world is depending on you.
The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection, Chapter 1, 1964 to 2018, and this is the sample track, and it is read by Dr. Afshan Nahid Hashmi. In a sprawling bungalow in Potomac, Maryland, USA, lived Dr. Honey Singh, a board-certified internal medicine and family practice physician, along with his beautiful wife, Baby Singh. Baby Singh was a fashionista and was funding women's causes through her Honey Babe Foundation. She had a ladies' book club by the name of Baby's Glam and Glitzy Club, which had many glam and glitzy ladies who were professionals living in Washington, D.C., Potomac, Maryland, Virginia, and even Beverly Hills, California, as well as elites from all of America meeting at her place on the last Wednesday of every month discussing various aspects of charities they wanted her and Dr. Honey to fund. In this club, there was a wide spectrum of career women. There were doctors, lawyers, actresses, business owners, and models, to name a few. In these book club meetings, members would come prepared after reading a book of a famous woman author, and that author was even invited from any part of the world to give her presentation, followed by a Q&A in this prestigious and elite gathering.
And now, back to Dr. Afshan Hashmi's radio show.
So, folks, it says, what is monkeypox? So, I'll go on a break and we'll be back soon.
Hello everyone around the world. This is Dr. Afshan Hashmi and with J4HD Radio and Talk 4 TV. And dear friends, I am live from Maryland in a country club, and I just wanted to say that please give me sponsorship if you want these shows to go on, because it takes a lot of effort and money to produce these kinds of shows. Having said that, friends, please give me sponsorship, and cheers and bye-bye.
So, folks, I will go again on a break and we'll be back soon.
Would you love exposure for your business, product, or service to over 300 million potential listeners? Send an email to info@talk4media.com. And now let's hear from some of our sponsors.
Chapter 2, How Jugaad Leads to Multi-Sector Success Stories in India, including definitions of the Jugaad Management Principle business model, of the book The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. Inspiration. True Jugaad is an inspiration on how to create products using technology that meet the price-value equation. According to a Harvard Business Review article featuring expert Prahlad and Mashelkar, most innovation programs are built on the assumptions of affluence and abundance. We see the rich and the young in both the developed and the developing countries demanding environmental friendly products and services. They also believe that affordability and sustainability are crucial to driving successful business today. New technologies and radical business models are important not only to penetrate mass markets in India but in the entire world. By reconfiguring all areas of the business structure, they will pull.
A monstrous infection is spreading worldwide. OMG, is this a simple infection or a deliberate attempt to ruin the human population? Or maybe it's bioterrorism. What is this global infection and who is spreading it? Help us find out. Go to Amazon and search for The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. The human race needs your help to make this go viral. Go to Amazon.com and read The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection to find out what happens next. Go now! The world is depending on you.
And now, back to Dr. Afshan Hashmi's radio show.
So this came, Mpox virus updates, who declares outbreak a public health emergency of international concern. So this came 22 minutes ago and I was looking for it. So I was looking for information. I didn't get a chance. I was very busy since morning. So I looked at it and it says health ministers are on high alert for UK cases of new Mpox strain after declaration of a global health emergency. A public health emergency has been declared by the World Health Organization over a new outbreak of Mpox in several African nations, with at least 3 cases now reported outside the continent. Formerly known as monkeypox, the infection has been on the rise in the Democratic Republic of Congo, which accounts for 96% of all cases in Africa. More than 17,000 cases and 571 deaths have now been confirmed across the continent so far this year, with the WHO calling the outbreak an international concern. The public health emergency was declared by the group's Director General, Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus. The outbreak comes as a new strain named Clade 1 is said to be spreading mainly through sexual networks. The WHO says it has been identified in Burundi, Kenya, Rwanda, and Uganda, all countries that have never reported cases of Mpox before. UK health officials are preparing for any potential cases of a new strain of Mpox after the WHO declared outbreaks of the virus in Africa a global emergency. So now, folks, I will go on a break and will be back soon.
Would you love exposure for your business, product, or service to over 300 million potential listeners? Send an email to info@talkformedia.com. And now let's hear from some of our sponsors.
Chapter 2: How Jugaad Leads to Multi-Sector Success Stories in India, including definitions of the Jugaad Management Principle business model. Of the book The Modern Mughal Mentality: New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. Inspiration. True Jugaad is an inspiration on how to create products using technology that meet the price-value equation. According to a Harvard Business Review article featuring expert Prahlad and Mashelkar, most innovation programs are built on the assumptions of affluence and abundance. We see the rich and the young in both the developed and the developing countries demanding environmental friendly products and services. They also believe that affordability and sustainability are crucial to driving successful business today. New technologies and radical business models are important not only to penetrate mass markets in India but in the entire world. By reconfiguring all areas of the business structure, they will pull.
A monstrous infection is spreading worldwide. OMG, is this a simple infection or a deliberate attempt to ruin the human population? Or maybe it's bioterrorism. What is this global infection and who is spreading it? Help us find out. Go to Amazon and search for The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. The human race needs your help to make this go viral. Go to Amazon.com and read The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection to find out what happens next. Go now! The world is depending on you.
And now, back to Dr. Afshan Hashmi's radio show.
Mpox is a global health emergency. Will it cause a lockdown like COVID? Experts say no. Mpox has been declared a global health emergency by WHO. What does it mean and where is it spreading? Experts discuss Mpox outbreak symptoms and risks. Mpox is now considered a global health emergency as cases surge in Central Africa and a new subtype of the virus which causes severe illness spreads to multiple countries, prompting concerns about a lockdown over the virus formerly known as monkeypox in the US. Mpox is a highly contagious viral disease which can cause flu-like symptoms and painful skin lesions. It's caused by Mpox virus which spreads throughout close contact. In response to a growing outbreak in Democratic Republic of Congo and neighboring countries in Africa, the World Health Organization on August 14 declared Mpox a public health emergency of international concern whose highest level of alarm. This is the second time WHO has declared Mpox PHEIC, which means public health emergency of international concern. This is the second time WHO has declared Mpox that PHEIC in 2 years. The first was in response to multi-country outbreak in 2022, which sickened nearly 100,000 people, including 32,000 in the US, per the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Although the risk of the current Mpox outbreak spreading to people in the US remains very low, experts say the resurgence of Mpox in multiple countries in Africa has raised an alarm among scientists. Here's what to know about Mpox, where it's spreading, who has at risks and symptoms to watch for. What is Mpox? Mpox is caused by the Mpox virus, which is in the same family as the virus that causes a smallpox, according to the CDC. The virus is split into two clades, 1 and 2. Clade 1 generally causes more severe disease and deaths, with past outbreaks killing up to 10% of those infected, according to the CDC. Clade 1 Mpox is endemic or regularly found in Central Africa. Clade 2, which caused the multi-country outbreak in 2022, tends to be the milder form. Dr. Onema Ogbagu, an infectious diseases specialist at Rail Medicines, tells Today.com. Clade today is generally more transmissible but rarely life-threatening. Over 99% of people infected with Clade 2 Mpox survive, per the CDC. Clade 2 Mpox is endemic in West Africa. However, a new subtype of Clade 1 Mpox called Clade 1b emerged in the DRC in 2023. The new strain, which appears to transmit through sexual networks, has spread rapidly in the DRC and is now being detected in other countries, the WHO said. Why did WHO declare Mpox a global health emergency? The Mpox outbreak in DRC has already spread at 12 countries. So now, folks, I will go on a break and you can read more about on it from today.com.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi live from a barn country club in Virginia, and I just wanted to say that my K4HD radio and Talk 4 TV show called Meet and Greet with Dr. Afshan Hashmi is syndicated worldwide and has more than 300 million listeners. And if you want these shows to continue, please give a sponsorship, and I request to please give a sponsorship because these shows require a lot of energy and money to produce. So I would request everyone to give me sponsorship, and your product will be promoted in a very reasonable price, and you can contact me at afshan@drafshanhashmi.com. Cheers and bye bye.
So, folks, now I will give tribute to Phil Donahue. I have watched Phil Donahue's talk show and I liked him a lot. And I have met him once, and it was such a great experience. He was such a humble man, and I shake hand with him. And yesterday, when I read this news, I was so sad, and I am so sad. Let's read what President Biden has to say. Phil Donahue will be sorely missed, by Miranda Nazaro, 3:29 p.m. Eastern. President Biden remembered the life and legacy of former talk show host Phil Donahue, describing as a trailblazing television icon. Donahue died Sunday. President Biden remembered the life and legacy of former talk show host Phil Donahue, describing him as a trailblazing television icon. Donahue died a Sunday after a long illness. He was 88. Biden, in a statement Tuesday, applauded Donahue's lengthy career in radio and television and offered his condolences to the family. In Phil Donahue, our nation has lost a trailblazing television icon who held up a mirror to America and united us around the toughest issues of our time. Biden wrote, a son of a working class Irish Catholic family from Cleveland, Phil first honed his craft as a radio station assistant in university before rising to transform television and reshape the national conversation. Across nearly 7,000 episodes, Donahue pioneered the live daytime talk show, Biden said. Donahue, named the king of daytime talk, was the first to incorporate audience participation in a talk show which usually ran 1 hour with a single guest. The Phil Donahue Show, launched in Dayton, Ohio in 1967, set the stage for future daytime television shows and was known for its radio style call-ins, during which Donahue said his signature is the caller there. Donahue helped change hearts and minds through honest and open dialogue. Biden wrote, adding the television host saw every guest as worthy of interest. Donahue worked to build understanding, helping to see each other not as enemies but as fellow Americans, Biden wrote. Adding later, though his extraordinary career in television and through thousands of daily conversation, Phil Donahue steered the national discourse and spoke to our better angels, he will be sorely missed. Donahue's program later remained. Donahue was syndicated in 1970 and ran on television for the next 26 years per the Associated Press. It featured talks with a range of figures including doctors, activists, spiritual leaders, politicians, and entertainers. Donahue won 20 Emmy Awards. In May, Biden awarded him a Presidential Medal of Freedom. Donahue died at his home surrounded by his family, including his wife, actor Marlo Thomas, his children, his grandchildren, his sister, and his dog Charlie, his family told NBC. Thomas, who starred in the 1960s series That Girl, met Donahue during an appearance on his show in 1977 per the AP. The two were married in 1980 and had 5 children together. Thomas wrote on Instagram, she lost her sweet heart. As a man who spent his career loving his audiences, Phil got such a kick out of our cozy community here, and I know he would be very touched by the heartwarming thoughts and memories you have been sharing, Thomas wrote Monday. Donahue made a brief return to television in 2002, hosting a Donahue segment on MSNBC, which was cancelled after 6 months. Longtime host Oprah Winfrey, whose daytime talk show began in 1986, paid tribute to Donahue on Monday. There wouldn't have been an Oprah show without Phil Donahue being the first to prove that daytime talk and women watching should be taken seriously, she wrote on Instagram. He was a pioneer, and I am glad I got to thank him for it. Rest in peace, Phil. And I pray for Donahue. I used to like him a lot, and all these celebrities and legendary talk show hosts are passing one after another or are retiring. So, for the journalist community, I don't find a very good journalist in America, which I like, which touches my heart. Oprah Winfrey retired. This one died, and there are so many journalists, but they are so biased. One is Democratic, the other is Republican, and they are fighting among themselves. Look at these legendary people. They were so good. They were so good, and he is one of the legends which I like. I will be talking more about him after I come after the break.
Hello viewers around the globe, this is Dr. Afshan Hashmi, live for her radio show at K4HD and Talk 4 TV show, and I just wanted to request you that please give me sponsorship if you want this show to continue. Having said that, friends, I will see you in another episode of K4HD Radio plus Talk for TV show, and if you give me sponsorship, I will give you very reasonable price, and also you will get lot of promotion, as this show is syndicated worldwide to more than 300 million listeners. Cheers and bye bye.
Okay, so Oprah Winfrey, Sally, Jesse, Raphael, Andy Cohen, and more TV personalities pay tribute to Phil Donahue. The pioneering talk show host died on Sunday following a long illness. TV personalities are paying their respects to pioneering talk show host Phil Donahue. And I would say here, I will stop reading and just concentrate for a moment. I think many people are given immigration these days to America, and they are coming. I wrote this book before COVID came, and also in Montgomery County I was the first one to go to my doctor and report about COVID. And I wrote this book, The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection, and I am a bioterrorism expert. I can feel somebody. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm a PhD doctor. I'm PhD in biochemistry, and I'm clinical chemistry as well as regulatory affairs pertaining to FDA regulations. So I know the science, and I can feel that, the other person, I can smell the virus, and I can feel that that person is having a virus. And I see so many diseased people running around here. And since his family did not disclose that what infection he has, by seeing his face, I can feel it, that he has some kind of infection, which many people in Montgomery County, where I live, have it. And said that, folks, having said that, folks, it's very sad that these legendary, look at his face, it is so red. And you see so many people with red faces these days. They are having high blood pressure, hypertension, and all those kinds of things. Why administration is inviting so many people, to this country with disease state? Are they checking what kind of diseases they have? Shouldn't the border be closed, and first citizens should be safe, and everyone should be given vaccine? I think it should be made mandatory that these vaccines, Americans have to get it. What kind of administration is this, that people are dying left and right? Can can People replace legends like this. I met this man, his smiling face, he was so sweet to me, and he was sweet to everyone. So, like, what is this? What is this? TV personalities are paying their respects to pioneering talk show host Phil Donahue, the late daytime television icon who hosted more than 600 iterations of the Phil Donahue Show from 1967-1996, died on Sunday night at his New York City home after suffering from long illness. So, this is so pathetic, like what to say. I would request the administration, and people who are running as presidential candidates, to see that first, don't look at the vote bank. Look at first, that your American citizens are safe, they have jobs. I don't have a job, my husband is very sick, he's hospitalized. How do I carry out the everyday function? I only know that. Having said that, folks, let me see what President Trump has said about Donahue, because he was from New York. Oh, so here it is.
Worth 800 million.
I don't see. It says Phil Donahue interviews Donald Trump.
Worth 800 million bucks. I read it in the paper. And you're not even. Are you 40? 41. 41. I want to show you what he just bought. He bought Marjorie Merriweather Post's 150 rooms, 56 bedrooms. This guy's got in Palm. Show him, Brian. This is Mar-a-Lago. That's an aerial view. Now listen to this. I think there are two pictures here, are there not? You've got to see this place. Look at this. He has a staff of 50, 30 security guards, and this guy can't buy your lunch after Black Monday. How did you do? And you must have lost your shirt. Come on.
No, I was lucky. I was out of the market pretty much, Phil. Like you, and like a lot of others. I think most of the people in your group, I don't suspect too many of you were in the stock market during the little crash. A couple were. I wasn't. I like real estate better.
Phil Donahue. So there are more people who are saying about him. And let's see, Donahue ended his series in 1996, nearly 2 decades after receiving his greatest gift from the show. Or having said that, folks, now I would go on a break and will be back soon.
Would you love exposure for your business, product, or service to over 300 million potential listeners? Send an email to info@talk4media.com. And now let's hear from some of our sponsors.
Chapter 2: How Jugaad Leads to Multi-Sector Success Stories in India, including definitions of the Jugaad Management Principle business model, of the book The Modern Mughal Mentality, New Strategies to Succeed in India and the Global Marketplace. Inspiration. True Jugaad is an inspiration on how to create products using technology that meet the price-value equation. According to a Harvard Business Review article featuring expert Prahlad and Mashelkar, most innovation programs are built on the assumptions of affluence and abundance. We see the rich and the young in both the developed and the developing countries demanding environmental friendly products and services. They also believe that affordability and sustainability are crucial to driving successful business today. New technologies and radical business models are important not only to penetrate mass markets in India but in the entire world. By reconfiguring all areas of the business structure they will hold.
A monstrous infection is spreading worldwide. OMG, is this a simple infection or a deliberate attempt to ruin the human population? Or maybe it's bioterrorism. What is this global infection and who is spreading it? Help us find out. Go to Amazon and search for The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection. The human race needs your help to make this go viral. Go to Amazon.com and read The Outbreak of a Monstrous Infection to find out what happens next. Go now! The world is depending on you.
And now, back to Dr. Afshan Hashmi's radio show.
Okay, so this is Phil Donahue, and I can see, like what is here. And this is so sad, that there is one more death of foul play. And I would request that family to write to Attorney General of United States of America and get it fully investigated that how Phil Donahue died, and so folks, this is your loving host, Dr. I'm so sad after seeing his photograph. Having said that, folks, cheers and bye-bye.
You've been listening to Meet and Greet with Dr. Afshan Hashmi on K4HD Radio and Talk4 TV. Tune in live right here every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Would you love exposure to your business, product, or service to over 300 million potential listeners? Send an email to info@talk4media.com. And remember, if you missed any part of this show or want to hear it again, find our featured show on iHeartRadio or YouTube, where all past episodes are available on demand 24/7. See you next Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on K4HD and Talk4 TV.